So June 9th.
That's the date, everybody.
The
June
date.
9th.
It's a Friday.
June 9th, Friday.
It's going to be the Velcro Pygmies, and that's it. We're not getting
We're excited. Can't wait. That's a big announcement.
They gobbled up the
Velcro
whole.
Pygmies are going to play. What an exciting announcement.
We can't make it.
Yeah, they gobbled up the whole budget, those assholes. So,
All $300 gone. All of it. Soaked it up. Every
So,
bit of it. That
it's gonna-
included catering.
it's going to be at Mars Music Hall, June 9th.
Huntsville.
Velcro Pygmies in Huntsville. Lynham, Mark, Jacob, and myself.
Now, okay, before we get any further, I want
Yep.
people to know how significant this is.
Yep.
How long has it been since a Lynham reunion? Jacob?
I don't think we had never had one.
Yeah, well, it's our first reunion show. Yeah, we haven't played a show since 2016,
you guys never
17.
broke up, though. Is it actually a
2017.
reunion? It's not really a reunion. It's just a show, right?
It's just the next gig.
I mean,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you guys never broke up or anything, so it's kind of like
That's
one
right.
of
We
those
would
deals.
spend two timing
Yeah.
each other with other bands.
Other bands, you know.
Nobody's wanted to book us since 2017. So.
The phone just stopped ringing.
Yeah, it's
17's really like
when
the-
would you consider Lynham's like,
heyday.
no, not the heyday. I mean, we're still waiting on that.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
Because there's a lot of people that know the legend of Lynham, but they've never seen it. And so I'm really excited about this because there's a lot of people that are going to get that Lynham experience that they've never had
Yeah.
before
Right.
with the new and improved Jacob Bunton.
Right.
You know, and so I think that's going to be really, really significant. That aspect of this show is going to be really, really important. And something that's really cool that we're excited about is that we're going to have a brand new artist who actually, as we're shooting this podcast, is shooting promo pictures in the other room. He's going to get up and perform. So we're going to have a brand new artist that we're going to debut that night as well. So that's going to be
Cool,
really, really
man.
cool.
It's going to be all ages as well, which
Yeah,
is
all
great.
ages show.
Nice.
So it's going to be, I'm really, really excited about this configuration. And when was the last show we played together? Would it have been probably Blue Iguana?
Yeah.
Would have been one of the last
I don't know.
ones.
You gave us a lot of shots. The reason we had an audience in Gadsden was he let us up on a break once, and
Yeah, remember that.
never had a bad show after that.
So
Got
this
it.
show, too. This show is actually, so it's presented by X5 Podcast. The tickets are going to be $55.
Okay.
There is no general admission. It's all flat, flat everything. Standing room. There's tables upstairs.
It is general admission.
Well, but what I'm saying, there's no like cheaper
Pre-sale.
or more expensive tickets. It's
Gotcha.
flat rate
Flat rate.
tickets. And I'm gonna let Cam tell you why. Like the 100% of the proceeds of this show
Are going to Charlie's pocket.
coming out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I want to let Cam kind of jump in here and talk about what we're doing and why we're doing this, and hopefully this is going to turn into a yearly event for us.
Well, all of the proceeds are going to go to benefit the Reach and Teach organization, which the new artist that we're going to debut that night is someone is the first artist that's going through the Reach and Teach Artist Development Program.
Yep.
So that's really, really exciting. We're going to actually release a 3-song CD on him that night, which will be cool. But whenever Charlie approached us about putting this together, he said, Cam, I could step up and make a donation, but that's not fun for anybody else. So he said, instead of just making a donation to the organization, why don't we create a tradition? Why don't we do something that we can do every year?
Yeah.
And we can have a concert, we can have an event. And so not only does the organization benefit monetarily, but we are able to give the community something that's going to be really fun. And since it is an all ages show, kids are going to get an opportunity to see 3 legitimate rock shows. And so many kids these days have never seen a rock show at all.
Right.
And they may have seen something on video, but they've never actually seen a rock show. And so you've got Lynham, which is old school style. The Pygmies are obviously, we're dark ages. And then our headliner,
You got a headliner that you haven't
which,
even announced
which is
yet.
coming in. So, Charlie, why don't you tell everybody about the headliner?
Winger. So Winger is going to be headlining the show. We're super excited about that. So it's going to be a night just of absolute rock and roll, man. Like done the right way. Those guys too. I just watched some videos of them, their recent shows out in like Oklahoma, and some things over the last couple of weeks. Those guys sound
They're great.
phenomenal.
Great band.
Now, let me. Now,
Phenomenal.
I'm going to depart here, and I was going to ask Jacob this, but I'm going to ask David this on behalf of Jacob. Jacob told me when we were in the studio years ago that Winger literally was the backup band for like all the 80s bands.
They were definitely somebody that got brought in.
Like whenever Rat couldn't play the song.
Right.
Yeah.
to
They
play
would
on
say, hey,
records,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they'd spend 3 or 4 hours tracking some stuff, and if they weren't getting it, they'd be like, "Guys, y'all did great. We're just gonna stay here and mix it. Y'all have a good day," and they would leave. Winger would come in, one take,
Yep.
knock it out.
Well, you got Red
no
Beach,
editing.
and you got all those cats.
Yeah.
They're just monsters. Man.
There's just that's a neat thing about that band that so few people know. And Jacob was telling me that was really, really cool. That was like their thing even before they were Winger. Like they would come in and
That
do
must be
stuff.
interesting knowing that you've played on a handful of bands' records that they don't even know that you played on.
Yeah.
I mean, you carry that around with you all the time, and they sometimes probably even talk shit to you, and you're like, brother, where you are right now.
I played that solo.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, if you really, they're an iconic 80s
Oh,
band.
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
they're
yeah, dude.
they're iconic for what they've done.
Beavis
in
and
music.
Butthead made
Yeah.
them like.
Brought them back, like
Yeah.
like you're saying, Beavis and Butthead brought them back to the forefront and put them in a younger generation's ear. I mean, they've done a ton of stuff, and I'm super excited about
Man,
it.
Now, something you were telling me, Charlie,
Yeah.
is that when we were contemplating this concept, we talked about a lot of artists.
Yep.
And some of those artists, they had a perceived equity about them, but we weren't going to get, like, this isn't Kip Winger. This is
Winger.
Winger.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, without naming any names,
Yeah,
some of the
sure.
other artists we were considering weren't going to be able to come in under the name
That's right.
that would be recognizable. And I know that Kip Winger does some stuff
Yes.
solo, but this is really
This is
the
Winger.
Winger.
This is Winger.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, where else can you go see the Velcro Pygmies
At Chestnut on Friday night.
and line them? Like I said, and then a band is just historical and badass as Winger, all in one roof, same night, all ages.
Right.
It's gonna be a fun night, man.
It's
I'm
gonna be
excited
amazing.
about it. So we're gonna do some other stuff too. We're gonna have some.
Mark Weiss is coming down.
Mark Weiss will be down to do
Taking pictures.
photos of each performance, and then I'm sure he's going to be down,
Selling
with
his book,
books and
yeah.
doing autographs and things too. I'm excited to have him back down because he was on the podcast and I was actually not here that day, so I didn't even get to meet him.
wow.
And so that's going to be super cool.
Cassio's MCing.
Casio Kid's going to MC it for us and everything. And then we're going to have some items to kind of auction off. I'm doing a silent auction. Of course, everything that's raised there too will go to Reach and Teach. So, guitars, some cool memorabilia, some things that actually you guys don't even know about. I'm saving that for you guys later. But
Dave Lynam's underwear.
yeah.
So
about it.
I just want y'all to know now
Yeah.
that Charlie, we've spoken, and he has put me in charge of making sure to take the microphone away from you when you
Okay.
when you go over.
Okay. One less.
Jeff,
You're getting one
is the stage
flashlight.
manager.
And then the hook.
We're pulling the plug, and I'm going to come out and take the mic away from you. That's how it's going to have to be,
So-
man. Sorry.
Real quick, so tickets go on pre-sale March 24th. Go to marsmusichall.com. Again, that's in Huntsville, Alabama. And I'm sure you guys are going to put up links too on
Yes.
your socials
Yeah.
and everything for the pre-sales.
Does
and
Lynam
different
even still
things.
have a social Instagram in it?
I think, yeah, he does.
It's at MySpace.
Right, they got a
Yeah, we got a MySpace
Y'all
page.
can get Lynam tickets on Friendster.
Friendster. Oh, God.
Be in Dave Lynam's top 10 friends.
Yeah, right.
I think so. Doors, and this will be subject to change because we're releasing this here now, so we hadn't even let Mars put this up on their website or anything yet. So we wanted you guys to be the first to hear it from us and from everybody here. But so you will be able to go on marsmusichall.com, and I think doors open at 6, and you can get in. They got great food upstairs, amazing restaurant, drinks, whatever. Come hang out. It's a cool venue too. It's where all the Nationals play up there. So it's
a
amazing,
beautiful place.
So you said
Amazing
the
setup.
doors open at 6.
Yeah.
The Pygmies play at 4.
We'll be up. That'll get us done about 9.
Make sure they're off the stage by 6. All right.
I'll make sure. We've got it swept, cleaned up, and ready to go for Lynham.
And we're going to do a pre-sale code. We'll be able to do a pre-sale code like
Yeah.
24, 48 hours or something in advance.
And just watch the Pygmy socials, watch David's social, Lynham socials, Get Sideways socials, X5 socials, and we'll put up more information on this stuff over the next week.
Yeah.
So you guys can, absolutely know where to go, what to do, and get tickets and everything, because we want to have everybody out there in our listener base and all these guys' listener base to show up, because you're probably not going to see stuff like this very often.
Right.
And so it's something that's going to be just a memorable, cool night. And like I said, it's all ages. So, bring your youngsters, let them experience,
So what is the? Are we going to put together a VIP experience, a meet and greet kind of thing?
So we are, and like I said, I wanted to get with you guys off camera on how you wanted to do with that.
Those tickets will be $56.
$40.
25.
But no,
Meet the Pygmies, $25.
Right.
So I've been talking with Kip about everything, man. He has been just the most amazing person to deal with. Kip Winger, super cool guy, nice guy, and so we'll be releasing some more information on that, and that will be available. Meet and greets will be available, things like that, and for everybody. And so it'll be, like I said, it's going to be such a freaky cool night and good tunes. I mean, it's going to be a good time. Jacob's over there excited. Hey, your glasses are crooked, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
You got them.
I've been drinking.
That's just,
You know what a lush Jacob is.
He turned that thimble up and drank it and got drunk.
He was sniffing glue in the parking lot.
Elmer's doesn't hit as hard.
So your artists that you're unveiling there, do you want to give any information on that yet?
Well,
Or you're
his
gonna
name is
hold on to
Will,
it?
and country guy.
Yeah.
So
okay, cool.
he was at the Reach and Teach camp and had never played live ever, and nobody even knew that he played or sang or wrote or anything, like including his parents.
Right.
So he came up to me and he said, "Hey, if I send you a recording of something that I did, would you give it a listen?" Absolutely. So I listened to it. It's really amazing how sincere and genuine it is.
Wow.
Because we live in a world where things are so produced and prefabricated and this was just legit. And so I got excited about him.
That's cool, man.
And I made him perform for everybody at the camp. He was nervous as hell, but he did, and it really kind of changed his life.
Right.
Because he
Becomes
was
an
like, you know
addiction,
what,
man.
I want to do this. And ever since we put Reach and Teach together, there was sort of an unanticipated reality where we were discovering all of this talent because kids will get up and perform with us. And then there's nothing for us to do with them. We're like, okay, we've introduced you to what you want to do for the rest of your life in front of 1,000 of your friends. And now we got nothing else for you.
Now go play empty bars for the rest of your life.
So we decided to put together this artist development division to where we can take the kids and sort of put them on the pathway to where whenever we started, we were just kind of guessing. And not that we necessarily did it right, but we definitely did it wrong a lot of the time. And so we can navigate them through a lot of that. So Will is our first endeavor in this.
That's
and
cool.
Is it an acoustic act or is it a whole band?
It's him, and we've got a 14-year-old bass player and a 14-year-old drummer.
Oh, that's cool.
Both are girls. And so
You're
it's
going to make a drummer play on Eden's kit?
She's done it before and successfully did it.
Are you talking? Is this Drew Ammon's daughter?
Yeah.
I know Drew pretty well. He's a great
So
guy.
they are. So it's going to be really neat. We're going to have a trio that's going to get up and they're going to play.
Boy, they're going to be nervous as hell.
Yeah,
Dude.
and I'm blown away at the experience that
Yeah.
we're going to give these kids when their very first gig
Yeah.
is
That's
going to be in
cool,
front of
man.
a packed house at Mars Music
Do
Hall.
y'all do that for 45-year-old musicians too?
We do it. We
Sign up for this.
we've got that division there. Yeah, we're gonna start. Yeah,
We're
bring
not
it
cutting
on.
an album yet, and it's been a long time since I've been on stage. I think I might need to, need to go to that
Sign
camp.
up.
We want to play for crowds.
But Charlie, thank you, and thank
Absolutely.
X5. I know that I'm not a cast member, but thank you guys for everything that you all have done for us. It's truly been remarkable.
Well, like I said, man, with stuff like this, you build bonds and you build bridges together. And I hope, I really do. I hope this turns into something that's a yearly thing, an annual
Absolutely.
thing, man, because it's so cool what it's about and getting cool people together, sharing a fun night together, you know, playing some good music, man. Like I said, line them, you know, not just because David's on this pod, but one of my all-time favorite bands besides you guys.
Of course.
You know, I have to say that. But no, Lionel Pygmies, even Splendid. There were some things come up. They're not going to be able to do it, but so with you guys and Lionel and Winger, like I said, I mean, what a night, what a lineup of just talent and just amazing music. Like you just don't see that anymore.
And it's going to sell out. So
It's going to sell out
It
for
is.
sure. It's going to sell out. So June 9th, Huntsville, Alabama, Mars Music Hall. You're hearing it here. Lynham, Velcro Pygmies, and Winger. All ages show, one night only. It's going to sell out fast. Like I said, $55 a ticket straight across the board. There will be VIP meet and greet stuff. All these guys will be walking around, mingling, signing whatever, talking to whoever, you know. Especially if you guys were out on the circuit, any you are now or was 10 years ago or was 15 years ago, whatever. You want to be at this show. This show is going to be also a reunion of people that probably we all hadn't seen together in a long, long time.
that's right.
So guys, make sure to be there.
This is the kind of show that other bands are going to take off that night to be
Yeah,
at
to
the
be
show.
there.
We're
For
taking
sure.
we're taking off that night. to
Are
be
you
there.
now?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Hey, that is saying something because these son of a bitch would just book another show and get another fill-in drummer. They wouldn't hesitate to do it. So.
Not even a little bit.
Right.
Here's Drew Dye.